just nailed it.
Let's go,
But it's
brother.
not impossible
Game
to
pertama.
win. This is not
Bushido
a late team
Wildcats versus
competition where
team
the early game
Vamos.
is like totally just
Kita lihat saja, bro ya.
However, Bushido Wildcats has to play perfectly, is what I'm saying. There is a lot of opening for them to utilize with the Freya as well. Early, and then you put in the Eudora with the chip. That means that you have a lot of
di sini pakai Cloud, bro.
to look at. However, Team Vamos, just look at their composition. This is Hirara with in as well as the Beleric, strong mid trio. And then if you factor in Arlot with the Jushin in the early stages, you see a lot of turtle fights that can easily be won by Team Vamos.
Mechanically demanding is the draft of Bushido Wildcats, with Vamos having seemingly the right answers for it in the early game. We're already neck deep into game number 1. This Alice is going to get caught out in a surprise rotation through the mid. The Roman trio that you were pointing towards to Wolf gets to catch the Alice. Kuntepper goes down. And it seems like the theme from him yesterday, the overcompensation continues, and so it does as well for Nam. Siska is here. They have to be careful with the entry of the Arlot. Bushido Wildcats might get punished. They back off, and Vamos decide to not overcompensate like what their opponents are doing so far at the start. This will make pulling off the game plan of Bushido Wildcats all the more difficult.
Yeah. Chip has to back up for now, and of course the Eudora is forced to just fend for his own in the middle up against this Jushin as well as this Beleric. That might mean that he will miss a lot of minions out there. So Nexus tries to pull it just to kind of scatter the members of Team Vamos. But that means that Team Vamos now know exactly where Bushido Wildcats will be coming from. Turtle take is going to be difficult for the Wildcats to even get Nexus taken out. And now Siska wants force. Siska with the flash, a level 3 tank cannot survive up against the 4 members of Team Vamos.
You talked about the Roman trio, and again, just adding more evidence to the argument. Vamos have cut out Nexus and have over-rotated, or excuse me, better rotated against trio Bushido Wildcats, who are now scrambling to get some semblance of control in the center of the map and through their own jungle. Nexus, after getting taken down, now finally being able to get some farm, but the lead has ballooned, getting to 2,000. Meanwhile, up top, it looks like Kuntepper's in trouble. It is an Alice after all. He'll be able to get away. But if you look at the entire heat map, it's been all Vamos in the center. The chip has been relegated to just protect jungle, not actually being able to be proactive, get information. This is going to be a really tough comeback for Bushido Wildcats if ever.
That's the best way to describe it. It's going to be a difficult comeback. All things considered now. Team Vamos, they're just gonna be controlling the mid now. They're giving even a lot of gold for this Claude for the double lane. And that means a typical Freya versus Claude matchup where the Freya easily winning in the lanes now is not going to be the case. Natko has a level ahead of Sunshine in that lane. With the trio start coming up Vamos and the way that they're moving, they have already a straight up way to win this game. It's 11,000 to 9.2k at just 4 minutes. And we talk about how snowbally this metagame could be.
Remember, if you're only catching the broadcast today, the items aren't appearing seemingly as intended. Not always the most accurate. So if you're wondering, oh, how come a golden staff was picked up by the chip? Nope, that's actually picked up by the Freya. How come Claude built up a Sky Piercer? No, that's built up by most likely the Hirara. There you go.
Yeah.
So far,
and Zakif have a Demon Hunter sword. Don't worry about it.
No, he doesn't. Yeah, that's 100% of the hands of Natko. Like, everything is still fine. There is no Demon Hunter sword build up for the Beleric. We're not in that level of craziness for the metagame. And as expected, Bushido Wildcats really are just... Even it felt like 2 minutes into the game, they're already telling each other, hey guys, farm up first. Oh, Siska! From out of nowhere with a Final
Iya, ini
slash
buat
to catch
nice
out
banget
Guai.
tim Nacho.
Finally able to get away, but gets chased down by Natko. Brings down the ultimate. Didnum on the chip, but it's not helping them out. As Bushido, even behind their first tower, under their second, are just getting decimated by Vamos. A double kill for ERROR. And everything we've said about the lineup, about the possibilities,
Gila, ERROR triple
have
kill.
come true. That's a triple for ERROR and total domination for Vamos.
Mahal gitu ya bang
and
ya.
the way that they are using this Claude, being activated very early into this game, it seems like they are the team that's how active Team Vamos has been. Everybody from their lineup is clearing their side lanes into the middle, clearing that wave as fast as possible as well, controlling the river, then getting the pickups that they needed. 7-1. Team Vamos is leading by 3,000. And we haven't gotten into the third turtle yet. Now, Bushido Wildcats, when we said that the early game is not impossible for them to pull off, they still have to look at a way to activate this Rhea as well as this Harley. But now things will be very difficult because of the defensive items that Team Vamos accumulated along the way. And I think Cisco wants to go for the damage with the War Axe.
Topside. Conceal plus the ultimate from the chip. Bushido Wildcats are trying desperately to get something, but the perfect ultimate from Zeke messes up the attempt. Wrath of Dryad on point has led to a double kill ERROR, a kill for Cisco,
bro, yang buka ulti bro juga yang mati guys.
Two double kills make 4 basic mans. Team Vamos are excelling.
Bisa gitu ya guys ya.
They keep reminded everyone should not pick the chip if the Peleric is around. A 5-man Wrath of the Dryad. Now Nexus wants to kill Natko. Natko with the lifesteal. Natko will fall. Finally, something good for Bushido Wildcats. Natko, the first target of the shortcut up top, coming out from Numb.
Oh, kalau perfect turtle ya buat ERROR
Bushido Wildcats as they received that 5-man Wrath of the Dryad coming out from the Peleric. And now taken out, finally, something good for Bushido Wildcats. But nevertheless, you should still respect Zeki in this match. Bushido Wildcats, you have to think about every time that you pop the chip ult.
It's crazy to think that, I mean, we did point out the difficulty of playing the chip in this scenario. They're going to try to go again. They send out the cavalry against the Harlot. A big play, finally getting something, but here comes Vamos trying to make sure that they can capture the members of Bushido Wildcats. The entry from Glockun with the Crimson Beacon stops Guai from being able to teleport away, and he becomes the trade 1-for-1. And Bushido, at least he got something. It's a good latch on to.
They not go left, but it's not the case. That goes pretty healthy. In fact, they will be trying to push the top lane right now with just the Freya to defend. This will be difficult. Sunshine feels a little bit comfortable, especially with Conde. Want to catch 3, pops the ultimate, but far too late. Get out of there with the throne of Rune. For the extra Siska to close that one up. Now they want to go under the turret. They have taken out the Eudora.
Mana itu maniaknya Siska?
The chopping block.
Colok, aduh gak dicolok guys.
This immunity ERROR404 just steals so
harusnya
much
kalau
under
dicolok
the
lagi
turret.
dapat
Gets
itu.
out and a 4-man wipe for Team Vamos. Guess what? ERROR404, he's not done yet. Not gonna catch the chip, but they take the turret, 4 kills and maybe the middle as well. That execution by Team Vamos, and of course the execution from Bushido Wildcats in an attempt to get something to start things off for them.
Aduh bahaya itu guys.
It's a perfect summary of the game now.
Mana masuk semua lagi. Aduh.
They're trying to get Natko, but with all of the AOE,
astaga, double, triple, maniac, sepek, colok, truth, nice banget, gila sepek ya guys ya. Nice bang bro, itu bingung itu, ngelor apa kagak itu.
Oh my goodness.
Gila ERROR guys.
Vamos. They were
sepek
so
nah,
ahead
sepek
of
loh.
this game. Bushido Wildcats went in for the 5-man play. not did they play perfectly. Not only did they play well with Siska, with Zakif on the Wrath of the Dryad, and also punishing that ambition coming up from the Bushido Wildcats, able to take them down. 5 of them, wiping them out. Team Vamos.
Yeah.
Of the curve time against the Bushido Wildcats.
It's these moments wherein if we were playing our own ranked games, we'd be telling Nom, yo, bro, you can ease up on the ultimate just a little bit, you know, like it's fine. We're gonna back you up. But time we go in, we just keep falling to something, man. We were supposed to play this chip to control the map, not for like hardcore team fighting, because if we do that, we're just gonna be at the mercy of Final Slash, Wrath of the Dryad, everything that Vamos has can mess our team fight up. And it's a slow dissection of the towers, of the control of Bushido Wild. We're heading close to the 12-13 minute mark, and this should be over with this push. If not this one, then the next. The comeback for Bushido. Too tall a task, too difficult in order to follow. But Vamos are still respecting. They're being disciplined with it. Watch Ziki. He pops the conceal and goes in with a flicker. Wrath of Dryad. It's perfect. Engage. Bushido are knocked out of it. Vamos took control early with
error masuk lagi error. Nah kan triple. Nah GG guys. Hampir maniak lagi dia. Bahkan hampir sepek lagi tuh. GG.